In this place, we not only have the overhead blocker, but we benefit from the driveway that acts as a fill reflector. And this is what she was looking at. You can see the light sources above and a huge reflector below. And yet, even with that fill reflector, if we put her out in front of that tree, as I did on the left, you'll get the dark eye problem. Simply putting her under that tree, as I did on the right, solved it. In the middle image, I lightened the one on the left to the point where her eyes were sufficiently light. In fact, they're just as light as they are on the image on the far right. But look how much better it is when we subtract the top light. So if you're a meter reader and you photograph manually, you can test it this way. You don't want the light to be brighter on top than it is coming at the face. Now this is what you want. You want the light to be about a stop brighter in front of the face rather than coming from above the head. Sometimes we'll be lucky enough to find nature or human-made tunnels that make for great facial light. That bush in the distance behind her will certainly afford better lighting than placing her out in the open like this. This has the typical top light flaws of a bright nose and dark eyes. Backing her under that tunnel fixed the problem, with no Photoshop fixing required. Some photographers might think you need an off-camera flash to get catch lights in the eyes, but actually that's not true. Well done natural lighting will have catch lights in the eyes. In the mid-1990s, as I began learning subtractive lighting, I found that there's a magic spot behind a tree. If you move the person back too far, the accent light will be too bright and the facial light will be too strong. And if you move the person too far forward, you'll get too much facial light and not enough accent light. But there's just the right spot where there's a really good balance between the two. Here's an example of having her come forward to the point where there's really no accent light on her hair or shoulders. But when I moved her back just a few inches, you could start to see the strong accent light and still maintain some good facial lighting. Finding that ideal combination of great facial lighting, great background, and great accent light is like striking gold. You just push the button and watch the magic happen.